Fairy Tale, The Mitten. An old man was walking along a snowy forest road. His dog was running after him. Lost in thought, the old man didn't notice how a huge mitten fell out from under his belt. The old man kept going, and the mitten lay in the snow. A mouse was running past on her own business. She stopped and thought, "Why not a house for me?" She jumped inside and settled in. Living well, doing well. Meanwhile, a frog hops over to the mitten. Her feet are cold in the winter snow, so she decided to warm up a bit. She looks inside the mitten.
Oh, what a mitten! I wish I could live here. Who lives in the mitten?
Me, Scratchy the mouse. I live here. And who are you?
And I'm Twinkletoes the frog. Would there be room for me in your mitten?
Sure, come on in. Two's company.
So now there's two of them, living well, doing well, knowing no woe or misery. Meanwhile, a hare hops over to the mitten, takes a look and says, "Oh, what a mitten. Wish I could live here. Who lives in the mitten?" And the mouse with the frog reply from inside,
We live here.
Scratchy the mouse.
And Twinkletoes the frog.
And who are you?
And I'm Hip Hop the hare.
Would there be room for me in your mitten?
Sure, come on in. Three's company.
So now the three of them are living well, doing well, knowing no woe or misery. Meanwhile, a fox saw the mitten. She cautiously came up, sniffed, and said, "Oh, what a mitten. I wish I could live here. Who lives in the mitten?" And the animals from the mitten reply,
We live here.
Scratchy the mouse.
Twinkletoes the frog.
and Hip Hop the hare. "And who are you?"
And I'm Lizzie the fox. Would there be room for me in your mitten?
"Sure, come on in. Four's company." So now the four of them are living together, doing well, knowing no woe or misery. Meanwhile, a wolf was running through the forest looking for prey. He goes up to the mitten and says, "What a wonderful mitten. I should live here." He tried to climb inside, but the other animals said to him,
We live here already.
Scratchy the mouse.
Twinkletoes the frog.
Hip Hop the hare.
And Lizzie the fox. And who are you?
"And I'm Timber the wolf. Would there be any room for me in your mitten?"
It's a little crowded in here, but all right, come on in. Five's company.
Kids, what time of the year is it in the fairy tale? Summer or winter? Well, of course, winter. After all, do people wear mittens in the summer? So the five of them became roomies, living well, doing well. But sooner or later, a boar comes to the mitten and says, "What a wonderful mitten. Maybe I should live here." He was just about to crawl inside when the other animals said,
The mitten is already full.
"We live here."
Scratchy the mouse.
Twinkletoes the frog.
Hip Hop the hare. Lizzie the fox.
"And Timber the wolf. And who are you?" "And I'm Fangs the boar. I want to live with you too." "It's very crowded in here, but all right, come on in. Six is company." The six animals barely managed to fit into the mitten. They snuggled up next to each other, keeping warm. Then the branches began rustling. And a bear comes out and also goes up to the mitten and roars, "What's this? A mitten? I should live here." The other animals immediately replied,
There's no room in the mitten. We live here. Scratchy the mouse,
Twinkletoes the frog,
Hip Hop the hare, Lizzie the fox,
Timber the wolf, and Fangs the boar. And who are you?
Gee whiz, there are so many of you here. And I'm Paddy the bear. Let me live with you too.
How can we let you in? There's barely enough room even for us.
At this, the bear began roaring and crying. It was so sad, so pitiful. The animals ask,
Why are you crying, Paddy?
My paws are freezing cold.
So the animals huddled and snuggled together even closer. After all, they can't let the bear freeze. Climb inside, warm up a little, only keep on the edge. The bear climbed inside. The mitten was ready to burst at the seams. 'Cause now there were 7 of them. Sooner or later, the old man finally noticed that his mitten was gone. He decided to retrace his steps, and his dog ran ahead and found the mitten. It wanted to grab it, but saw that the mitten was full of forest dwellers. The dog began barking, woof, 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 barking so loudly and cheerfully, this frightened the animals. They began jumping out of the mitten and hightailing it through the forest. Paddy the bear climbed out and stomped into the forest. Next came Fangs the boar. Timber the wolf followed suit. They were gone in the blink of an eye. Then Lizzie the fox popped out of the mitten, waved her tail, and raced off, with Hip Hop the hare and Twinkletoes the frog following closely behind. And just as Scratchy the mouse managed to jump out, the old man came up. He picked up the mitten, patted his dog, praised it for finding the mitten, and went back home. So that's how the animals lived in the mitten together in winter as one happy family. Although things were crowded, the animals pitied each other and agreed to take in new roomies. Squeezed but pleased. And then the animals returned the mitten to its owner. Because you shouldn't take things that don't belong to you. Although, of course, you shouldn't be as absent-minded as the old man. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like, click the bell so as not to miss anything.